Hi guys, Michelle Knickerbocker here, your local expat to move to Costa Rica with her beautiful wife and 3 dogs a year ago. So today I'm going to talk about, I've talked about this a little bit in the past, but why we chose Costa Rica. A lot of people, for whatever reason, are deciding to leave the United States and are trying to find their landing pad, their new home. And so I get a lot of questions as to why we chose Costa Rica as opposed to other countries. And it's a great question. And it's something that's different for everybody in terms of preference of where you want to live. And if you have the luxury of being able to visit the place first, I highly recommend it. My wife and I got married in Costa Rica, so we had been here before. We had seen how the lifestyle kind of was in the short time that we were here. And it was exactly what we were looking for. So what we were looking for was, we are a lesbian couple. We wanted to be in a queer-friendly country, for one. We wanted to be in a country where the cost of living was less than that of the United States in many ways. So food is about the same here. Gas, cars, about the same, but our living expenses are much less here for us. The cost of our house here is much less. We rent. Our utilities, our just daily costs are significantly less. Healthcare, health insurance, significantly less. But the biggest thing for us too was the lifestyle. We love the Pura Vida lifestyle. And it is quite the culture shock when you get here. It's very slow paced. There's no urgency to anything. Like times for appointments and things matter, but it's just not as stringent as the States, and there's just not as much extracurricular things to do, and you can't pacify, this is going to sound, I don't mean to get deep here emotionally, but you can't pacify any holes in your soul, or any, if you know the analogy of having your cup be filled, or your cup running over, or having an empty cup emotionally. There's nothing here to pacify that, right? So we don't have Amazon. Like if you're a big shopper where you just like those endorphins from purchasing, you can't do that here. You can't get deliveries here. You just can't. And so when all of that is taken away, it, one, forces you to live more frugally, at least in my case, and two, it forces you to put rubber to the road on whether or not this lifestyle is going to work for you. And the thing is, guys, there's no shame in saying it's not going to work for you here. There's plenty of other countries in the world. Like, look at, like, if you want something that's more of like a lifestyle like we have in the States, in the sense of the cultural, like, things to do, going out, activities. I'm not saying there's not things to do in Costa Rica. Please don't come at me, because there is. But there's not like this nightlife. Like, we're very much trained here, or at least I am, to do a lot of my activities during the day. The sunlight never changes year round here. We don't do daylight savings. So the sun comes up around 6 and it goes down around 6. And that'll vary maybe an hour both ways at most. It's not like home. Like, I'm from Michigan, and in the summer, shoot, it could be 10 o'clock at night and it's just getting dark. So for that reason, there's not this huge developed, I think, nightlife here. But like, I looked at Portugal, I've never been there. I've looked at Spain, I've never been there. Many, many places in Europe, well, the lifestyle is very comparable in terms of activities, and also to accessibility, to having things shipped to you and having Amazon. I mean, I watch a girl who is an influencer, and her family just moved to Abu Dhabi, and now they've had to evacuate, but she could still get things Amazon in Abu Dhabi. You know, we briefly looked at UAE and then realized, oh, wait, that, hello, we're queer, that's not going to work because it's illegal there. So, like, those things matter, right? Australia was in the running because Australia is very comparable to how we live in the States, right? With all of our accessibilities, our technology, our ease of using things, our infrastructures are very comparable. And so to uplift and move and then function in Australia, yeah, it's a huge change because you're living in a totally new culture, but you're not also having to adapt to a different infrastructure. I don't know if that makes sense. The reason we chose not to go to Australia is, one, my dental license, I'm a dentist. It's a challenge for me to get that in any country. And it's very expensive for me to do that in Australia, and I'm not saying I'm not going to do that, but right now that's just not a fit for us. New Zealand may be a fit at some point because it may be a little bit easier for me to do that. but it's so far away, and we still have 2 kids that are in the United States in high school, and we didn't want to be like, 24 hours plus on a plane to get home. 2, the cost of living is comparable to the States, if not higher in some instances. And so we knew that our lifestyle would have to be the same. Like, I would have to be a dentist and go down that route. My wife would have to teach and go down that route. And we were really looking to cut back on our work and our lifestyle because we both were very burnt out. So those are some of the reasons why we chose Costa Rica. But if you have any questions about anything that I've spoken about or anything further, please don't hesitate to leave it in a comment and like and share if you could. Check me out. I'm also trying to get onto Facebook and to YouTube. So if you could promote my channels, it would really help us to be able to support our life here in Costa Rica. So thanks, guys. Hope you have a great day. Pura Vida, find a reason to smile today and be kind because it's free. All right, thanks. Peace.